All right, so today we're going to take a look at something that I've had for a while. Um, this particular screen that you see here is an aftermarket screen, and the main reason I got it over, let's say, a Pioneer or Alpine or something like that is it runs Android Auto, and I'm able to have certain apps on here. So when I'm out parked somewhere, I can, pop on YouTube. If I'm waiting on somebody and I'm just sitting around, I can, play YouTube or something like that. If we're taking a road trip, my girl, she'll sit in the passenger side, and she could, have something to look at and watch while we're waiting on something. So, and it gives me the ability to download other apps and everything else. So, and it comes in a fairly large size. So, this particular model, this is the G12. So, it has worked very well. I haven't had too many issues. Every now and then it will kind of reset, and you'll just have to like do a manual reset. There's a little button right here for it. So I'm not, too concerned about that, or haven't had too many issues with that. The only thing that's odd about it is the trim piece that comes with it. These trim rings are not the exact same as the OEM rings. So I had some aluminum trim pieces on here. I couldn't fit those on here because they were different. And the color on this trim piece is different. So while it does kind of, match the same color as the OEM piece, this is a glossy finish on the black and on this pewter color, which is different. The OEM finish is like a matte pewter and a matte black. So that's the main difference there. Outside of that, I'm going to turn it on so you can kind of see it. And, for the most part, it's fairly responsive. Like I say, I can put different backgrounds on it. I can have different stuff on here. I can connect my phone via hotspot, or if I wanted to get a 4G SIM card, I could connect it to this as well. So it has a lot of capability. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted it, and one of the reasons why I went with this one. This one's made by Dasaita. They're, they've been out for a while. They're not like your traditional, Pioneer, Alpine, JVC, Kenwood brands. They're more of a off-brand. It is a Chinese company, but they've been out for a while making these Android head units. There's a few other ones out there, like Joying has been out for a while as well. So, there's, they have a little bit of history in the market. But the main reason for today is I wanted to do, I don't know, maybe it's an upgrade. I guess we'll find out. This particular screen, I want to say, is 1200 by 800. I did pick up a new screen that is... Okay, so this particular screen is 2000 by 1200, so slightly higher resolution. Will that make a difference? Probably, I don't know. I have an addiction for up-specking. So if I see something that's like slightly better, slightly newer, it is literally an addiction for me to jump on that and get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap that out for this new model here. So I'm going to pull this out so you can see it. All right. So this is the new one here. So if we look at those compared, that's what this one looks like. So it is a cleaner look. Now, some of the main differences, this trim up here is different. This is all matte black on the trim. This does have an external knob, and the reset and mic button are kind of right here on the inside, right above the vent here. So, there are some differences. Other than that, everything else looks fairly simple. So one thing with these units, You do have to transfer the vents over to the new unit, so I'll be doing that. And I want to say everything else as far as the connections may be the same, but we'll find out and see, how difficult those are going to be as well. So with these head units, you get a couple of bags of cables depending on your model. This is a limited, so it came with a JBL sound system. So, depending on what you have, you'll use, one of these packs. So this is a fairly simple process. This really just pops right out. I do have to get this 4G antenna off of here. And I may relocate that I may reroute it to the window there. I have the GPS unit up here. That I do want to check and see if that's the same. I think it is. I think for the most part, everything is probably going to end up being the same as far as connections go. So we're going to get to it here in just a moment, and I'll get everything out so we can kind of see what the differences are. All right, so fairly simple. This just pops out, so you can grab it here. There's a little lip here on this end, so I'm just going to pull on it, and it pops out. So, as I said, we have to get these vents out and put it into the other one, and then be good to go. I have these little clips here on the side. Not sure if you can see that. But these little clips here on the side, just pry those back just a little bit. In the kit, they do give you a little pry tool. So you just take that, use one of these ends, and just push in. Let's see, we're gonna push in on that. Get that to lift up a little bit. That should come right on out. Now we'll take the new one and we're going to pop these vents in. There's not a real way these go in. They have 3 anchor points, but this rotates all the way around, so it doesn't really matter which way you get it to go in, just as long as you don't break any of the clips pushing it in. All right, 1, 2. Now they're in. You can see that and that. Both of those are in. All right, so everything plugged in, just like the old one, so I didn't have to change out any harnesses. So now we can get all the cables back in, and we're gonna run a test here just to see how we look. Now, I will say, I scratched it a little bit there, and that won't buff out. All right, so now let's power this on. Get a blue light on the knob here. And now that's powering on. All right, I gotta load in my SD card, put my truck back on, but everything seems to be, I just gotta reorganize that stuff. Log back in all my stuff. And I think we'd be good to go. Now, having this volume knob, for some people, may not seem like a big deal, but it is, it goes a long way because you can just quickly do this. Now, the knob here, you do have controls here on the steering wheel, but having this here is just, oh, it's nice. Let's see. Oh, mutes when you press in. Oh. Cool. Yeah. So overall, I think this works. Once I get everything set up and everything, I'll come back and do a review there. But overall, it looks really good. Now the finish here is, you know, more muted than the factory one. So what I may do, I think the standard models have a black finish like this. So I might swap out this left side piece for one that matches this, or I don't know, I may take this all completely off, take the screen out the back here, because I think it just screws in, and repaint this whole thing. So we'll see. We will find out. But I think that looks really good. So yeah, all right, get everything in and be back in a moment. All right, so we got the unit in, and it looks good. Now this one isn't as, the sides and stuff are matte. They were more of a matte finish. And I think like the SR5s, I think, are like that. They have the trim is more of that flat black matte finish. And then for the like limiteds and pros, you get this like pewter finish on here. So I don't know, I might try to match that. I don't know. Obviously this unit is custom made because this screen has to fit into this unit. So I can't use the factory one to put this in. I mean, I probably could. I'd have to modify it a lot to get it to work, and I don't know if it's going to be this clean because this one is custom made. It also has this volume knob here on the side, so you know, I'd be better off just either keeping this black and then just getting the replacement side for this side and making that black. But this is a limited, so it does have these like pewter accents around the truck, which, you know, if I decide to keep this, I'd probably just black out everything in here. But this works really well. Main reason I got this is because it has Android Auto, and it's fairly responsive. Just like my G12, this is the G13, so slightly larger screen. It does have a slightly higher resolution, and it does have a volume knob here, which is nice. But everything else works the same. I haven't noticed any difference between the 12 and the 13 as far as software wise. I have to look up and see like what the main difference is. Like I said, my girl, she's probably going to operate this the most while we're on road trips or anything like that. So yeah, but I got to get rid of this chrome, so I have to figure out how I'm going to do that, because this is a limited truck and it had chrome everywhere, and I did a full chrome delete. I took all the chrome off, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna get this these trim rings out and get all this other chrome off of here. Even my steering wheel had the chrome, you know, Toyota badge, and I blacked that out, so definitely want to get rid of the rest of the chrome. But yeah, overall, really good. It seems to be holding up well, so I'll give it a few days, and I may add the update to this video, or I may do a separate update video. So we'll see how it goes. The only issue that I'm having currently with this is that I am getting some like feedback or fuzzy sound when I'm playing anything like through YouTube. Sometimes I'll notice it a little bit on CarPlay as well, but it's nothing like crazy, but it's you definitely notice it. Let me see if I can pick it up here on. All right, so we have that playing, but you may be able to hear it.
Complete control. The switchbot roller shade does things that no other smart blind or shade offers.
I am getting that feedback through it. When you crank it up, it's not as noticeable. But, and if you mute it, you don't hear it, so it's not like a noise floor. Well, it kind of is a noise floor. When you mute it, it's not coming through when you mute it as well, but only when the audio is playing. So I don't know if that is, you know, something that is software related, or if it's going to be something wrong with the unit. So I have to give it a couple days and work with Dasaita support to see what's going on. If is something wrong with the unit, I'll just have to get a replacement. So, because I do like it, and I'm willing to try another unit before like putting my G12 back in. So we'll see how that goes. But just wanted to let you all know that's the only thing I'm really noticing. But other than that, it's really cool. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave those below. Like and subscribe to the video. I'll try to do some more videos on my Tacoma because I do have a few more things. I did get some new floor mats. Might be kind of hard to see down there, but these last fit, those work really well. I got a few other things here. I got a 3-channel dash cam setup from Viofo, which is really nice. That's hardwired in. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you in the next video.